So, hello everyone. Welcome to my video explaining how digital communication works. Before we go into the discussion, let me ask you a question first. Have you ever wondered how YouTube videos, text messages, or even online games actually travel from one device to another? Behind the scenes, it's really just ones and zeros, or what we call digital bits, being compressed, protected, turned into signals, and sent through wires, light, or even air. Today, we'll break this down step by step. So let's start by looking at the overall process of digital communication. Digital communication follows a clear sequence of steps. First one is coding. We compress the data so it takes up less space. And then we go on to channel coding, as we add protection to make sure errors can be detected and fixed. Next one is modulation. This is where we turn digital bits into real signals that can travel. And lastly, channel. This is the medium that carries the signal to the receiver. At the receiving end, all these steps are reversed, and the original message is reconstructed. Now that we have the big picture, let's look at each step more closely. We'll begin with source coding. Source coding is basically data compression. The goal is to make data smaller while keeping the important information. For example, instead of sending word hello 1,000 times, we could say just hello times 1,000. It's the same meaning but much shorter. This step makes communication more efficient by saving bandwidth and storage. Once the data is compressed, the next challenge is to make sure it doesn't get corrupted during transmission. That's where channel coding comes in. Channel coding, in simple terms, adds protection to the data. When signals travel, they can be affected by noise, interference, or weak connections. Imagine sending a letter. You wouldn't want it to get damaged along the way. So we add error decoding codes, like putting the letter in protective packaging. Some examples include parity bits, which check if the number once is even or odd, or Hamming codes, which can detect and correct errors. This makes communication much more reliable. Now that the data is protected, we need to convert it into signals that can actually travel. That's where modulation comes in. Modulation is the process of turning ones and zeros into physical signals. On copper wires, we use voltage level 5 volts for 1 and 0 volts for 0. On optical fiber, we use light pulses like light on means 1 and light off means 0. On wireless system, we use radio waves. We change the wave's amplitude, frequency, or phase to represent the first and zeros. Without modulation, the data would just stay as an abstract number inside a computer. Modulation is what allows those numbers to actually travel long distances. But signals don't just float in space by themselves. They need a medium, a path to travel. Let's talk about the channel, which is the medium I'm talking about. The channel is simply the path that signals take from sender to receiver. We have different types of channels. Copper wires on traditional phones, lines, and Ethernet cables. Or air, or we call wireless, that like radio waves for Wi-Fi, 4G, and 5G data. Channels can be also classified as baseband or passband. Baseband is sending signals directly like Ethernet LAN cables. Passband is shifting signals to higher frequencies, like in radio and mobile network. Each channel has its own strengths and weaknesses and limitations. Now that we look at all parts individually, let's put the entire communication process together. So here's the complete journey of the digital communication. Source coding compresses the data, channel coding adds protection, and modulation turns bits into signals, and the channel carries the signal to the receiver. At the receiver side, the process is reversed to recover the original data. This happens incredibly fast, millions of times per second, whenever you stream a video, send a message, or make a phone call. So in short, every digital message we send, whether it's a YouTube video, a phone call, or a text, goes through the same process. The data is compressed, then it's protected, and then converted into signals, and sent through wires, light, or air. It's the combination of computer science, electronics, and physics that makes our connected world possible.